Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. If you like this video, please hit the like. If you really like my videos, please hit that subscribe button. That really helps me motivate me to do more of these videos. So, I wanted to give you my thoughts after Michigan's 75-69 victory in Columbus to defeat the Ohio State Buckeyes. And let's just start back up the story just a little bit. So, if I told you Hunter Dickinson would be out sick, great. There goes Michigan's best offensive weapon, the person who, well, albeit dominated versus Michigan State and willed the team to a blowout victory. So you're down him. Then Michigan has to start Brandon Johns Jr. at the 5, okay, and Caleb Houston playing the 3. Both those guys go a combined 0 for 15 for the game. 0 for 15. 0 for 15. And somehow Michigan pulls out this win. It is just mind-blowing that Michigan could pull out a win on the road with how much this team is an up-and-down team, that they could pull together and get this win. And just crazy. Just, honestly, you got to give big props to Davente Jones. He willed this team to victory, and definitely his pick-and-roll action with Diabate in the second half. They worked that to perfection. Numerous passes to Diabate for easy layups. And then Jones would fake he's going to take the screen, and he would cut to the hoop and get layups that way. Davente Jones, 21 points. I think Diabate had 17, something like that. 14 points for Diabate. Just crazy. And Diabate played good defense, had some blocks in there. Michigan had 4 for the game. And I got to give credit to Michigan. You don't get this win by just scoring enough, right? Don't get me wrong. Even though Caleb Houston had 0 for 10, 0 for 10, oh my word, 0 for 10. He still had some steals, and he set up Eli Brooks for some breakaway points and such. And you had Brandon Johns, who, despite his limitations, he got some rebounds and he did something. But you saw like walk-on Falls get play in the second half too, because Johns is there, but he's still Brandon Johns Jr. But we cannot overlook the importance of Terrence Williams. 17 points off the bench. He had, I think it was 11 in the first half, and he had some clutch free throws in the second half, and just he had a layup and 4 free throws, I think, there. So just excellent job by Terrence Williams. You need that off the bench. And then, how can you overlook the freshman, Kobe Buffkin? Davente Jones was on the sideline after falling. Somehow the refs don't stop the play. Ohio State gets a free 5-on-4 power play. Basically, they get another 3, and then they stop the play. So, Jones goes to the sideline, and who steps in? Buffkin, and he drains a 3. He goes right into the right spot for the passing lane, drains a 3. Michigan goes from 4 to 7 up again, and just huge job. I mean, that was his only shot he hit of the game, but what a shot, man. Just huge, on the road to hit that shot. Michigan did this too without any help from the refs. Ohio State got called for 6 fouls in the whole game when they were not trying to foul. They had 2 in the first half, 2 fouls. And then they only had 4 fouls when they had to try to, start fouling Michigan to extend the game. So Ohio State got 6 fouls called on them in the whole game. And Liddell, even though he's power forward, had 0 called on him. Don't get me wrong, Liddell's awesome, but he doesn't need the refs to call Diabate for ticky-tack nothings. Diabate got called for at least 2 to 3 tic-tac nothings, and Liddell gets called for absolutely nothing. It's just kind of hilarious how biased the refs are. I know Michigan won the game, and it is what it is, but Michigan never got in the bonus without intentional fouling. And Ohio State was in the double bonus when Michigan still had 4 fouls called for them. So it's just like, yeah, a little bit of suspect reffing, but what do you expect? I'm not going to... It is what it is. There's one more point. I'm just going to throw it out there. It just irked me. I'm in the game. It was like about under a minute to go, and I think Liddell was shooting free throws again. What a shock, right? And, suddenly, after the first free throw, the refs decide, hey, wait, we better clean up the sweat. So let's stop and clean up the sweat. And what happens? Well, Ohio State's not dumb. They go off and they put all their players over to the side and have basically a free timeout. And the refs just let him do that. Why? Because, well, we had to clean up the sweat. I mean, what are we supposed to do here? So it's like, normally don't they clean up the sweat after the free throw's over? When the team's going the other way down the court? That's when the guy goes out there and cleans up the sweat. So, thanks, refs, for a free timeout to Ohio State there, too. Good job, refs. Okay, Phil, just move off the refs. Move off the refs. Just who would think? Over 15 from Houston and Johns. No Hunter Dickinson. And Michigan gets the win. They shot about 38% from threes. Davente Jones really carried this team. And Eli Brooks certainly picked it up in the second half, too. He had 2 points, I think, in the first half. He finished with double figures. You just get a win like this. It's just... well, it's so frustrating in this way. Why can't Michigan play sound, good basketball like this more often? Now, I was reading on social media thoughts. They said, I'm looking ahead to the Big Ten tournament, that the two teams Michigan really matches up well with are Ohio State, because they don't really have a big, right? Don't get me wrong. I think it was Brunk, who went 4 for 4 in the first half, 8 points. He didn't have anything in the second half, so that was a nice transition. And just before I finish that thought, totally got to give Phil Martelli credit for limiting Liddell. They started to front and you had the weak side help, doubling him. So that really helped. The defense was superb in that way, forced 13 turnovers, and only gave the ball away 6 times. Excellent job. But, sorry, going back to the thought, the social media was saying Michigan favors well against Ohio State because no true big. And then Indiana. And that's probably who Michigan's going to play in the Big Ten tournament. So looking ahead now, Michigan gets the big win. They finished the streak without Howard at 3-2. They defeated ranked Ohio State. They defeated Michigan State. They defeated, who was the other one? The first game of it. I can't remember all the name. It's the first game. It'll lose me. But they finished 3-2. Do you think they're in, or do they need to win the first game, Indiana? That's really the question now. TV seemed to think it was a big win that gets them off the bubble. I don't know. I'm still the record's still 17-13, I think it is. 17-13, 11-9 in the Big Ten. Is that enough to get you off the bubble? I don't know. Ohio State played a good game, don't get me wrong. I really hope that Branham, the guy, goes pro. You got potential, man, go pro. I hope Liddell goes pro. The pregame was saying he was a junior, but he was getting his senior night stuff, so I don't know if that's a foreshadow that he's not coming back. If he is a junior, I don't know. So, anyone that can go pro for Ohio State, go. Leave. Oh, man, I'm sick of Liddell making those crazy shots. Man, he's good. Branham, too, man. No, he can go pro. He made some good stuff there. Hey, guys, those are just my foolish thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about, first off, the game. Incredible to get this win. Davente Jones totally willed it. He fueled Michigan. He got Diabate going, Eli Brooks going, and Williams carried us in the first half and got some big shots. Let me know what you guys think about the game. Put them in the comments section. Also, do you think Michigan is on the bubble? Are they off the bubble now? If they're on the bubble, do they have to beat Indiana? Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching, guys. And until I see you next time, as always, go blue.